It's the right move. The problem with that, which we need to talk about too, is they had to trade Andre Iguodala to Memphis, and sources are saying Memphis is going to buy him out. He's going to join the Lakers, which seems like an interesting move. I mean, DeAngelo Russell, I think, is a very good player. I love his shot. I think his shot's great, and I like how he just finds spaces, and maybe his shooting was a little, might regress back to the mean. Maybe he doesn't hit those shots that he was hitting because he was hitting some bad shots. But also, I think, depending on Clay, I mean, if Clay's not back for a while, he can't be traded till December 15th anyways because he was a restricted free agent. I say just run it. Just see how he meshes with playing off ball with Curry. And, maybe just wait until the very end of the trade deadline, or maybe just not even trade him and figure out a trade in the offseason.
Yeah, you got to get rid of him before Clay comes back because there's no way you can have those three guys in the same rotation, I don't think. It'd be too hard. You'd have to play like Clay at the 3. It'd be tough. Anyway, are you excited or nervous about the potential of the DeAngelo Russell, Ayesha Curry drama? Steph's going to be talking a little bit. He's going to be talking about some tea on Ayesha. He's going to be like, man, last night Ayesha was getting on my nerves. DeAngelo Russell, he's going to be in the back. He's going to be on a Snapchat looking like Swiper the Fox from Dora the Explorer on his little camera recording. He's like, oh, I'm getting all the hits. TMZ's going to be all over it. Iggy Azalea's going to want me back. Was it Iggy? Was he with Iggy?
I have no clue.
One of them was. It was maybe it was Swaggy.
No, Swaggy P was with Iggy.
Swaggy P. But anyway, D'Lo, he's going to be creating the drama. Are you excited or nervous for that? Maybe he ruins the Warriors.
I don't think that Ayesha and Steph will have any drama.
Oh, they already have. We're going to have the drama. I'm ready.
I don't think so. I would be more worried about him for, one, I think DeAngelo Russell's past it.
I don't know. Come on, Matt. Maybe a month ago, he tried to sneak weed in an Arizona iced tea bottle through TSA airport security.
I didn't say he wasn't stupid. I think he's
still pretty dumb.
His teammates.
He's still pretty dumb. You don't grow out of stupid.
I agree, but I don't think he's going to snitch on teammates.
He didn't snitch on him. He mistakenly snitched on him.
I'd be more worried if I'm Draymond. Draymond there's no way Draymond doesn't say some things that go way over the line in private. There's no way. He does it in public. The things he says in private has got to be terrible. That's who I'm worried about.
I'm ready for them all to be best friends for the first few weeks of the season, and then just get to the middle of the season and something just happens really bad. And Draymond, you could just see the anger on his face. I hate this guy. I hate him.
Draymond goes to shoot and accidentally kicks DeAngelo Russell in the nuts.
Starts pointing at him that's for that. That's for that. I'm getting you back. I can't wait for it. I'm ready for that drama. I think it's be great. I'm really excited. The Suns actually passed on DeAngelo Russell because they said that they were worried about his immaturity with Devin Booker.
I don't understand that being the reason they pass on him. I thought the reason they would pass on him is because that's a lot of shoot off the dribble guys on one team.
Mm-hmm.
I think they just said that, and I mean, even then, I also think it might have been one of those things where it's you couldn't really get D'Lo. They might trade for him in February.
No, they got this new rock star Ricky Rubio over there. He's gonna bring the Suns to the promised land.
They might trade for D'Lo in February. It sucks for the Timberwolves. Timberwolves were gonna probably pay him.
How many Suns fans are they're just seeing Steve Nash and Ricky Rubio? They just see the long hair. They're we got our guy. We got our point guard again. We're back. We're back.
We'll see.
Give him the number 13. Just give him the number 13.
I think Ricky Rubio needs to learn how to shoot it a lot better and play at an MVP caliber first.
Steve Nash's greatest talent was passing the ball. So
I guess that's true.
All right.
But yes, that was the. I'll be interested to see what D'Lo does. I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna be a very interesting Warriors team to watch. I think D'Lo and Steph are both pretty electric.
Mm-hmm. It'll be interesting. It'll definitely be interesting. It'll keep the Warriors running till the playoffs. It'll get them in the playoffs. They're going to need to fill out that roster, though. They still have a lot of holes.
Did you see their Kevin Looney deal they just got?
No, I didn't see Kevin
It was ridiculous. They got him on like 2 years, $15 million. It's like, how does he take a $7 million deal? He could have gotten 15 a year on the market.
Oh, I wouldn't give him 15 million, but yeah.
Some team would have he could have gotten more than 7.
I agree. He could have got more than 7. I don't think 15 seems a little unreasonable.
Probably, but he could have gotten two. I could see a 3-year 36.
They got all the new money. They got the Silicon Valley money now. He's getting paid under the table.
I guess so, but it's like, man, how did you get the? But we'll see how they fill out that roster. I mean, when they deal D'Lo, they're gonna deal him. I mean, so a team can only take up to 125% of the contract they trade away.
Mm-hmm.
So some team will take 125%. Whatever that number is. So they'll only take. They'll take a quarter less than what D'Lo is. I don't know how that math works out, but they'll do something, and that'll give them space.
Okay. Do you want to jump into the Jimmy Butler deal, or should we just touch on all the other little small details and then close with Jimmy Butler as a free agent?
Jimmy Butler last. Right?
Okay, so we'll touch on these. Al Horford, he's going to Philly, 4 years, $109 million. This reminds me of the Mighty Ducks adding Adam Banks. You can't beat him. Get him on your team. I love it. You can't beat him. Join him. Bring him on. I guess you got to bring him on.
Al Horford's going to be great next to Joel Embiid. I think this is a great situation for him to be in.
This is a very tall team. This is a very tall team now. It's going to be very interesting how they work all these players.
They're tall, but they can do different things. Like Ben Simmons is one of the best handlers of the ball and passers of the ball. He just happens to also be 6'10".
I agree. I'm just saying it's a really tall team. They were making a case for beating Orlando with the wingspans. Well,
what if they do a starting lineup of Ben Simmons, Tobias Harris, Al Horford, Joel Embiid, Boban Marjanovic?
Ooh, oh, we're.
Do you like it?
I want to see the Magic versus Philly right now. I'm in. Someone's got to get Taco Fall. One of them has to add Taco Fall. All right. You were mentioning Tobias. Tobias Harris and Mike Scott, they're coming back to Philly.
Look at Tobias getting paid.
He deserves it.
It was 5 years, 190. Do you even think about that? If I'm anyone offering Tobias, I'm like, I'm not offering you over 150. Like, Kyrie just got 4 years, 141. How am I going to offer you 5 years, 190?
I don't understand how the maxes are different. I just never get it, but he deserves the max. I mean, especially if we're not getting Jimmy Butler, go ahead.
Give him years. I don't know if that's the max. So it changes because there's a 1 to 8 year max, there's an 8 to 10 year max, and then there's a 10 and past. Once you're past 10, you can get a 10 years in the league. You can get up 35% of the cap, and if you have bird rights, which can be traded, and that's basically if you have not been cut or signed to a new team in the last 3 years, the team can offer you a 5th year for the same rate. But so it's just to help. So Philly can offer Tobias a 5th year. No one else could offer him more than 4. But it's still dude, Kyrie got 144. 141. I'm not offering you 190. But I mean, they decided to go with Tobias because we'll touch on Jimmy. Because that whole situation, and they got their guy, so I mean, I guess can't be too upset.
Yeah, pay your guy. All right. So then we got Philly. They lose J.J. Redick.
Yeah.
J.J. Redick, he's joining the bandwagon in New Orleans. He's ready to ride the parade. They're gonna have Mardi Gras parades. They're gonna have the float going the same time. Championship parade's already planned. New Orleans, get ready. You got J.J. Redick.
Didn't he say he was gonna retire in Philly?
I don't know.
I think he did. He said he was going to retire in Philly. I was the most surprised by this, and I wonder if Philly couldn't work out a deal with him because JJ Redick's kind of a huge piece for them.
Yeah, I know. They really need the shooting. I don't know what he might have been just asking a little too much. So they need to find some shooting.
That had to have been it.
They got to find some shooting. Okay. Let's see what I want to say here. All right, let's go with Derrick Rose. He's going to Detroit. They need a point guard. They were a fringe 6 seed before Blake Griffin had the injuries. We saw that. Malcolm Brogdon, he's going to Indiana. I feel like Indiana has some other moves.
Time for Indiana.
I thought Indiana had some
I like Malcolm Brogdon's game. People don't realize he was a 50-40-90 club guy last year.
I didn't know that.
Big time for Indiana.
He's a great defender, too. UVA blood. Bogdanovich, he's going to Utah. Utah continues to add pieces. Utah is having a great offseason. Mike Conley, Bogdanovich.
How was the Lakers not in the Bogdanovich sweepstakes? Isn't Bogdanovich perfect on the Lakers?
The Lakers put all their eggs in one basket, Matt.
They really do. I don't understand how they didn't even just throw out an offer, try to work something. He's a perfect fit for the Lakers, but whatever. He's going to be good in Utah.
Mm-hmm. Utah's made a lot of good moves. Utah's going to have they could make a run for the 1 seed in the West.
It depends on Donovan Mitchell.
They're getting Conley. They're I think they're losing Derek Favors. I want to see where Derek Favors goes.
Their defense is going to be incredible.
Yeah, it'll be very good. Okay, let's see here. Curry, he's going to the Mavericks.
I saw you put this down. It's like, I knew you were going to do it.
Curry's going to the Mavericks, so the Mavericks officially...
Curry is returning to the Mavericks.
Well, you just ruined my joke because I wanted to say we got Curry. We have Doncic, Porzingis, maybe Dirk. Maybe Dirk pulls a little, hey, I'm changing my mind. I'm coming back.
No, don't come back.
Don't come back, Dirk. No. But yeah, they got him. The Mavs got they re-signed Maxey. What's his name? Kleber.
Max Kleber.
Yeah, they re-signed him too. I think that's all. And then I want to talk about one of my favorite free agencies. I'm on the bandwagon. I'm going out west. Sacramento. I think Sacramento is making a lot of good moves. They picked up Dwayne Dedmon, who I love. He had a great year with the Hawks. They got him for 3 for $41, which is a great deal. He can stretch it. He can play D. Great center.
Is that a great deal?
3 for $41?
I mean, that's paying him.
That's 3 years, 13 million? 12 and a half? Yeah, I think that's a great deal for him.
I guess so. It's hard to tell. I mean, I guess he is a good rotation, solid piece.
You wanted to give Kayvon Looney $15 million. You wouldn't give Dwayne Dedmon 12 and a half?
Well, I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying he could have gotten that.
I think it's a great deal. They're getting Trevor Ariza, 2 for $25, and they re-signed Harrison Barnes. I think they're making a lot of good moves.
Harrison Barnes, that was crazy. He went from 26 to 22, which, I mean, look, every little bit matters.
He got the long-term deal, though.
What?
He got the long-term deal.
No, I understand, but, for the Kings, it's that's $4 million. It's not a ton, but, I mean, every little bit matters. But, yeah, I really like that, too. I think we'll have to see, because Ariza he's one of those guys that can check out, and so is Harrison Barnes a little bit. But this team, I'm upset that they didn't get a bigger name in free agency because De'Aaron Fox is great. Buddy Hield was the best shooter in the league last year. He was definitely the best shooter in the league. And
Marvin Bagley
had a rap battle with Damian Lillard, so what more can you want?
You got to save money for the rap deal. You got to save money for paying Buddy Hield. Come on, you got to save money. All right, I think that's then we mostly just had re-signings.
Yeah.
I think that's all right. Let's get to the big one. Jimmy Butler.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want to go back to Philly.
It's crazy.
We had a 30. I'm gonna assume every team was involved. We had a sign and trade with every team in the whole league. It seemed like.
Well, what's interesting is officially the Anthony Davis trade was a 5-teamer. It was the first 5-teamer.
Were the Hawks involved?
Yeah, they were. It depends on what you consider a 5-team trade, but the Hawks, they would be involved because they traded the 8 and the 17 for the 4. So LA trades the 4, New Orleans trades the 4 for the 8 and the 17. LA trades all those players to Washington. And I believe didn't the Hawks trade another pick that they got?
10 and 17.
They traded some pick.
10 and 17 to the Nets.
What?
10-17 to the Nets, and they got Allen Crabbe.
Yes.
Well, the 17 from the Nets. Anyway,
so
we need to start moving faster. let's talk about this
No, I got
trade.
you. Let's go.
All right, so Jimmy